I clicked it. So that's good. So let's get started. Keith, you want to get going?
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
You see, perhaps Josh Accardo, my football watching buddy, was going to be on today. And he has a podcast. So as a podcaster, he didn't mind trying to be a guest on his phone as he's running around New York City, which is always an interesting move to me. So we decided to reschedule. Also, something seemed to be going on with him personally. Like, what did he say? Why don't you have your computer?
I said, what happened to your computer? Because I know that I said, hey, you want to be on the show? All you need is a computer, headphones, and a quiet place to record. So I treat the guests like they read that. And I go, what happened to your computer? And he's like, things are different today than they are. And I'm like,
Yeah, something happened. Like, can you not get does your wife have the computer? Are you still married? Because that's a big deal to me because I'm the one who married them. I take it personal. So I hope everything's okay, but we'll reschedule. We're gonna figure it out. But if you're missing your Josh Accardo fix, may I recommend keithandthegirl.com/VIP. In that package is My Name is Keith. That's my spinoff show. It's a play on Chemda's spinoff show, What's My Name? And we interviewed
Which is a play
Josh
on this title, Keith and the Girl, where I have no name.
Right. And it goes back to Adam and Eve. But his episodes are My Name is Keith, number 29 and 30. It's a two-parter called The Fighter. And it's personal, it's gold, and you're going to love it. All right, so check that out.
For Keith's show, My Name is Keith. Unlike for What's My Name, when you have a two-parter, it's not good news. It's good news for the audience. Yes. It's not good news for how your life is going.
It means you had It means you had a time.
The more parts you have on the Keith Malley show, the more parts you're in life.
He has his own podcast called Working Class Holes, but again, we'll talk to him soon. But let's get into
that title.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I like it. Very clever.
Let's get into football talk right away. Steelers last night did win the game.
Okay.
And a player on the Browns did lose a leg. Someone said break a leg, and he took it very seriously. This guy, what's his name? Nick Chubb.
Send that to me. We have discussed this when the Olympics, when they crash into something and the things come out of them that are supposed to be inside. I'm like, I think I've unsubscribed from that list from you in a while. You sent me this knee injury. And I think that's what happened to my leg, except nobody hit into me.
Right.
So yeah, but it
bent sideways, his knee.
Yeah, like his whole top half of the body went sideways, and the bottom half was like, we'll be over here.
I think I wanted people to see it because I keep thinking about Donald Trump saying how soft football has gotten. First of all, I want to see this pig run to the fridge. I'd like to see how he's doing. The football is so barbaric. I have $100 on the Steelers winning the Super Bowl, but don't worry. It's still just as rough and tough as you remembered it as a kid. It's crazy.
They're not playing two-hand touch. How would they be playing less? People are bigger and stronger now because we can hone in on what to do to make them that way. Little people are getting their periods at 10 years old. We are. Don't worry about it. Things are happening.
I had to find it online, this picture. They didn't happen to have a close-up on TV, and the announcer then said, we're not going to show it. It's as bad as you can imagine. And it is as bad as you can imagine. It's also on my Twitter if you're curious. It's crazy.
I turned it off as soon as I saw what was about to happen.
Because you knew it can't be good.
Well, it starts going way too far already, and it still has more time in the video. So I'm like, I know how this ends. I don't want to watch it end, but how far does it go in the video? Do you see that it's I'm gonna get gross. Ready?
Once you see it bends, that's the end. You were at the end.
Oh, okay. So you're not watching him getting removed and the thing is hanging, or you're not seeing the
they cut away then. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody has that.
Yeah.
Would you want to see that? How far into the video do you want to see? Do you want to see up?
It's as gross as you could see. It's not. It can't be grosser. Then he's carted off the field.
Pants off, what it looks like dangling. Would you want to see that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Operation. Would you want to kind of?
I want to be able to show my kids it. Yeah, and be like, hey, maybe golf. maybe tennis. Worst case, you get an ouchie elbow. Yeah, it is important to see. It's fucking nuts. Oh, well.
I didn't think it was a lesson, but I see it now.
Of course it's a lesson. And then I want the people showing my kids these injuries to be retired football players. And when they try to explain things and can't form a sentence, it's like, keep that in mind too.
You know, I like all your scare tactics, I think would work because I believed in this is your brain on drugs. Like you're actually showing me this is your knee on football. I think it would work for me, at least for long enough for me to be like not able to, like I'm outaged.
If I had kids, I would put wallpaper up that was nothing but venereal diseases. Let them take it in. It's a rough world out there.
Pretty gross. Ryan V is saying they did the instant replay in the stadium and you can hear the whole crowd go, simultaneously in the background. Did you hear that?
Even Pittsburgh fans. It was in Pittsburgh. So they're not like thrilled that you lost a good guy. They're like, that is vomitous.
If you saw that and your first response was like, my team has a chance, that would...
You got to hold it in. Yeah.
Yeah. That if that's your first response, just notice who you are at this time in life. No,
you got to play dumb. You know, everybody's thinking it. You just got to play dumb. I remember being in high school band and somebody on the field would get hurt. And I'm not paying attention to football. I wasn't into it at the time. And I'm just talking to somebody. And another bandmate is like, Keith, somebody on the field, quiet. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I hope Scott's okay so that tomorrow he can put our heads in the lockers again. But let's all respect the football players who spit on us. Sure. Let's all sing a song.
And prayers started. Yeah. I'm going to thought and prayer my way out of the swirly tomorrow.
You saw kind of the video, just as disgusting. Lauren Boebert is a representative of Colorado. She's kind of like her and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They like to be very vocal. They'll be at the State of the Union and literally yell at Biden to create a scene. She puts out Christmas cards with her and her family all having AK-47s, little kids, no exaggeration.
So she's known for being professional.
Or a provocateur, but it starts with a P. She was caught on camera at the play Beetlejuice, a family theater show based on the movie. And she's vaping. She's putting her hands up, fist pumping. She's taken flash photography of herself or the show, and her and her boyfriend are groping each other so violently. Right? I'm not sounding like a prude, am I? She's reaching for his dick, like, I don't know, pumping gas. His hands are like really squeezing her tits like he's checking for cancer. It is so over the top and ridiculous, and they had to kick her out.
See, this is the problem when you're like, none of these things are so right home about. You know what I mean? Like you got too something at the theater. You know, you got too drunk before you got there. You got too high. You got too something, and then you're an idiot and you need to be kicked out. Now it's a bad day for a lot of people. But if you're going to do sexy things, don't honk.
He's flat out honk, and then she puts the hand, like, makes it rub more. Like it's really a turn on somehow.
Just, I feel I should make a t-shirt that says never honk. And that's it. And it's just on people's chest. This is not for honking. That is a horn. And when you are like, you know, you could be noticed, you're doing flash photography. And I think they got caught doing the flash photography because I don't think anyone's paying attention to you. When you look at
you can see the vape, like somebody behind her said, I'm pregnant. Do you mind not vaping? And she kept doing her bullshit.
I'm pregnant. Do you mind not vaping? Like, no offense, but I don't care that you're pregnant, but there's no vaping in here. So go fuck yourself. Yeah, absolutely. I would, I don't know if I would be the one to say, and it's the person right behind. So you can't like slyly get up, tell someone, then sit down and go, oh, no, you can't vape.
Right, I didn't do that.
Interesting. Oh, that's, but yeah, don't vape. That's what edibles are for. Don't be an asshole.
So they kick her out and goes, sorry, you know what? Let's just say it's because of vaping. You got to leave. And she goes, I wasn't vaping. And I go, well, here's camera footage of you vaping. She goes, oh, vaping. That I was doing. Like, okay, then I'm not even going to bring up the freaky sex shit, by the way. And yes, don't honk even if you are horny.
Yeah.
She security footage from Denver's Bull Theater. She represents Colorado. From September 10th shows that her reaching for her date's crotch shortly after blowing a plume of vaporized smoke, something she initially denied. How do you deny it? When her
that drunk or that inebriated, something's up.
Her date is a Democratic Aspen bar owner, for what it's worth. She's Republican, of course. In turn, appeared to fondle her breast and appeared to. He was checking for cancer. She grabbed his hand and kept it there. The heavy petting was just one immature action. She's 36, by the way. It led theater staff to boot the two from the show. Audience members complained that she was vaping, obstructing their view by raising her hands, taking flash pictures, and loudly singing. The lawmaker flipped off the ushers. Then she flipped off the ushers the middle finger when she was told to leave and said, "Do you know who I am?" Hopefully they don't.
Right.
But yes, they do.
Pizza saying, I think it was nicotine vape. And now I'm at this even more disrespect.
Right.
You're not even fun.
She's the one that, it seems to be her mission to call out drag queens and transgender people, calling them sexual deviants. And there she is, just with her pillow bags. That's not too much.
That's what you see. Sexual deviance when you see too much makeup,
right?
This
but not jerking off your partner in front of a theater full of kids. Beetlejuice. She calls the experience difficult and humbling. And just mentioning the vaping, by the way, like I shouldn't have vaped. I can't believe I caved to the devil vape. Let's see. And by the way, now that the news is out, she split up with his boyfriend. And she's saying, we broke up. I should have checked party lines. She's saying I should have looked into him being a Democratic voter.
That's the first thing you know about someone, and you know it.
And somebody's going to go, yeah. Somebody's going to go, that makes sense. You broke up. You couldn't help what was going on there because you were with a fucking Democrat and you got a little twisted. Lust is lust, and you were with the wrong side.
You were with the wrong side to rebel, it looks like.
Right.
What do you believe in? What are you actually apologizing for dating the wrong guy? We're not your mother.
She says all future date nights have been canceled. I learned to check party affiliations before you go on a date. Because Democrats grab tits. She
sounds 19.
Yeah.
No disrespect to 19-year-olds. You are fucked. That's my age in my head. It's fun. You're free to go and free to be, but you might say a couple dumb things.
She says, I knew he had a bar in Aspen, but I didn't know that it hosted drag shows sometimes.
That's not.
That is true. Yeah.
Are you really reading that? I can't tell when you're.
Yes.
Stop it. That's what she's focusing on?
That's what's it's just supposed to confuse you. You throw out some word salad. The audience makes up what it could mean, does you a favor, like, oh yeah, you got him. You didn't know he's the devil, and so you had to jerk him off. I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing, but luckily you moved on and that relationship is over.
Holy shit. She's blaming her date.
That's what it says. She's not flat out, but yes.
If you look at her sitting there, you should have not told me what they were watching. I would think it was some kind of music concert or something. She's into it.
Yeah.
I guess it's a musical. But you know what this is good for? Beetlejuice. Because did you guys know it was in Denver right now? I knew it was in New York. But guess what, Denver? And guess what, Beetlejuice? You cannot pay for this enough. This is, you would have to pay so much for this kind of...
Drag queens are going to go in as a group now to Beetlejuice. Seems like a drag show to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I've
seen
opposite
of a drag show.
I've seen musicals. I've seen Grease on Broadway. No one's singing along. It's not Rocky Horror Special Anniversary sing-along episode.
You
know what? Day-o, bitch, shut up. What?
That's why people on stage change the songs just a little bit. Just me, you guys. I'm on mic. Right. We're going to switch it up. You're going to be embarrassed.
Amber Heard says she didn't okay her ex-boyfriend Elon Musk showing her in her cosplay outfit as Mercy from Overwatch. She says,
Nothing
no,
will
that
happen to anybody.
right. But it just shows Elon's a jerk.
Of course, she didn't okay that. And he has no laws.
Right. No, of course, I didn't give permission. We dated on and off for a year beginning in 2017. And that was just a kinky little thing I did for him.
Right. That seems private. By the way, Mimi Cherry is saying, I sang along at Cruel Intentions, but they wanted us to. Mimi, you think Keith knows what happens at a musical? He just said words. Like, we're not really going with that, right? Sing
Cruel
along to whatever the
Intentions?
fuck you. I know they have a musical.
What are the songs?
Talk about honking. I honk my sister's tit. I honk my sister's tit.
Right. The saliva is spreading. The saliva is spreading off the lips, off the lips.
I am a virgin, but I will fuck you because you're so interesting and pierce your lips.
Yeah, and I sang at Tesla too. You know, okay, these are different things. Yeah, of course. I can't help but think though, with Elon Musk, when he's fucking somebody in a Mercy costume, he's got to be thinking of the video game and the woman's voice. He's picturing, if you ask me, fucking Lucy Pole.
Why do you have to make it weirder? Like, how are we taking this weird story and you're making it personally, like even more personal, even more weird? You're bringing friends into it.
She can only go by the he cannot. He sees the costume, sure, but he's really thinking about the voice. That's obviously it's not like heroes never die. No, it's sexy. Heroes never die, and that's what he's getting off on. And he probably made Amber talk like that. And in his head, it's Lucy Pole. That's interesting to know. I'm not saying she's flattered. I'm saying it's interesting to know Elon Musk fucked you.
Oh my God. If I was Lucy, I would now be insulted by this. I
follow. Yeah. She's disgusted. Absolutely.
Okay. Mimi is saying again, Keith's superpower is making something creepy, extra creepy. And you know what? Solid. Yeah, that should be a category. Was it already weird? Here it comes.
Russell Brand is being accused of multiple rapes.
No.
You're a Russell Brand fan?
It's weird because he's got he's really out there, right? But
he's when you hear,
yeah, you know, but
everything can't be all that peace and love.
Yeah, I would hope it can, but when you hear him talk,
I don't know what he's saying when he talks. There's so many extra words. I'm like, are you even saying words?
See, I think the woo-woo-ness of his tone, of like even the way he looks in that woo-woo way, I think it's distracting to people and they're not listening to the words he says. Because when you listen to him, it's pretty right on. It's like, hey, just do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. I believe in some stuff and I'm trying not to get in your way. And it seems to be along that line. So when you're telling me now, I can't.
Looking back, though, I never liked that it looked like all his shirts were about to fall off.
Yeah, but so did Brother Loves and so did Craig's. You know, like that's just rock and roll. That's just the people our age. That's like what you look like when you're just trying to breathe, man.
The Onion put out an article. Nation could have sworn Russell Brand was already convicted sex offender.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my God, right? Katy Perry once claimed to know the real truth about Russell Brand, who has now been accused of raping 4 women, but promised to keep it locked in my safe for a rainy day. So now we're just guessing what that could have meant.
Wait, did it rain? What?
The cryptic comments from Perry, who split with Brand in 2012 after the English comedian asked for a divorce via text, came in a 2013 Vogue interview. Brand, 46, is notably accused in one assault that happened just months after his divorce from the pop star.
Now, he did say, now I'm remembering, that he has sex addiction, which is so weird because we were going to have Josh Accardo on today and he has sex addiction and he's spoken about it, you know, openly on this show, which is why I feel I can talk about it.
But somehow he wasn't raping.
Right. No, I'm not saying that that's the correlation. I'm saying that he is a recovered couple of things.
Sexually assaulted 4 women, including a 16-year-old between 2006 and 2013.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
One of the accusers, named Nadia, claimed that the English actor raped her against the wall in LA. 5 months after the divorce with Perry, Nadia was treated at a rape crisis center the same day. So if you need a little proof, there's something. Let's see. Perry said, what is this? Okay. The moment was, all right, here we go. I have the actual four things. One woman alleges that Brand raped her without a condom against the wall in his LA home. She said that Russell Brand tried to stop her leaving until she told him she was going to the bathroom. She was treated at a rape crisis center the same day, which the Times says has confirmed via medical records. A second woman in the UK says that Brand assaulted her when he was in his early 30s and she was 16 and still at school.
Oh my
She
God.
alleges he referred to as, quote, the child during an emotionally abusive and controlling relationship. Looking back, she says he engaged in the behaviors of a groomer. A third woman claims that Brand sexually assaulted her while she was working with him in LA. She alleges she repeatedly told Brand to get off her, and when he eventually relented, he flipped and was super angry. She says he threatened to take legal action if she told anybody. The fourth woman was sexually assaulted by Brand in the UK, and him being physically and emotionally abusive towards her.
Okay.
And you know what was also a little strange? He knew like this was going to come out. And before it came out, he put out a video saying there's a coordinated attack on mainstream media that's going after him. And he just wants to say, so watch out. Don't believe the mainstream media. It's bullshit. This is what he was talking about.
When was that?
That was like a day or two before the reports came out. Or as soon as a news source said, hey, let me interview you, And he's like, no, but let me tell you guys something. Don't believe everything you read, just in case it does happen. Oops, it did happen.
Wow. I don't think anything will happen to him.
I don't know. I hear you, though. The actor and comedian said he received letters from a TV company and newspaper containing a litany of aggressive attacks. He's 48 years old. He said he's the subject of a coordinated attack and was going to look into the matter because it was very, very serious. So what does he do for a living? Like, what does he do? What is his message that is so vile that the powers that be need to shut him down and accuse him of rape stories? What does he say that's so damaging to...
No, you know what? He doesn't. He doesn't provoke, really. He actually usually shuts down people trying to provoke him because they'll make fun of him. It's the clips that I saw, because he's dressed different and it's a morning show. They'll like throw a snide remark. And he's like, I hear your snide remark, but I dress like this and you dress like that. And so he takes it down. And so, of course. Okay. This is so lovely.
Coordinated.
I don't want to keep talking about him because all I have is like that kind of information. Like he doesn't pursue provocation and you know what I mean? But I don't want to do that right now.
I want to talk. Yeah. Drew Barrymore is getting shit, of course, for going back to work. And she got so much shit that Bill Maher is saying.
Hold on. Let's go back one. Anti-vax videos on YouTube, Ryan is saying.
That he's
Was he an
anti-vax?
anti-vaxxer?
So there
That's
you go.
I'm off.
The government's going to stop that. We gotta stop anti-vaxxers all these years later.
I do follow woo things. You've heard, like I've quoted people, I've read books and stuff. And I never really followed him because I do feel like he's the actor version of him. And it's like, I always thought like, good for you, but you are very loquacious and it's a bit much. And you're pretty into yourself for being so like one with the universe, but good on you. But anti-vax would make me like skip all his videos, not even at like would lose my curiosity for what this is.
It's a coordinated attack by Dr. Fauci.
God.
He's got to shut down Russell Brand and go back in time and make up rape stories. Unrelated, to be clear,
yes,
Drew Barrymore was getting shit for returning to work, breaking, she's like, based on my rules, I'm allowed to go back to work, even though I'm a member of SAG and all this. So it makes no fucking sense. She is not allowed to go back to work, but she does it anyway. Bill Maher said, okay, are we doing this stupidity? Then I'll go back to work too and make money. And people were like, hey, Drew Barrymore, fuck off, die. And Bill Maher's like, you know what, actually?
It looks like they're coming to a resolution.
I picture him with a pen and a blank piece of paper and being like, new rules, new rules. Looking around his office, printer. Should printers work? Printers should work nowadays. They never do. New rules. Oh, this is hard. I think we'll just wait. He said, my decision to return to work was made when it seemed nothing was happening and there was no end in sight to this strike. Now that both sides have agreed to go back to the negotiating table, I'm going to delay the return of real time for now and hope they can finally get this done. Nothing new happened. Nothing absolutely new happened.
Right.
Liar. Between this and Barbie, I'm getting a little upset at this Bill Maher. I'm not going to lie.
You weren't sure if you wanted to like him. He'll let you know.
Yeah. God damn it. Oh, well. Here's something fun. I saw Liz Mealy do her stand-up show, recorded her stand-up album.
That's so cool.
I sang along, but I think it was encouraged. Before the show starts, of course, everybody's on their phone. They have to tell you to get off the phone.
Did you see the first or the second recording?
The second show. And you could tell she was pleased with the first show. She was pretty loose on this. I didn't see the first show, but she was pretty loose on the second show. And to me, that's more fun. Like, she'll engage the audience more. And I'm thinking, like, I don't think the audience is mic'd, but you feel like you get a little bonus.
I nailed this part on the first recording. Let's talk to the audience.
She fixes one joke and she's like, now it's anything fucking goes. I enjoyed that. But yeah, she was great. But I see these people on the phone and they'd say, okay, make sure your phones are in your pocket, this kind of thing. But maybe when I do stand up, I'm going to tell people, turn your ringers off, but be on the phone if you want. Because you know what? You ever see you see all these people that review TV shows and movies? But I'm like, no, I was sitting there with you. You were on the phone the whole time and you got up and you were cooking food. Now I see you giving a review online. And guess what? The review is always positive. So yes, whatever makes you happy, do it. Be on your phone, text, go in the back and do dishes in the kitchen of the restaurant. But and then type online. I'll tell you what, Keith Malley, best show I never saw. Hey, what do I care? Be on your phone. It's a fucking good time. And it's been a long time since I was out, I realized, because I forgot what it's like, me watching stand-up. And
no, you laughed at the wrong places.
I laugh at the wrong places. It's the right places, but I swear to God, I must be a genius because they say the setup. I get it. I laugh. People look at me like, what the fuck was so funny, idiot? Then they face the stage again. She gives the punchline that I knew. Everyone laughs, and they don't turn back to me and apologize and go, oh, yeah, you saw it's going somewhere. That was pretty obvious. I should have known. The opener, Shafi Hussain, he said, anybody who here also is from Bangladesh? And I just found it funny. I don't know why. In Gowanus, Brooklyn, I don't know why I found that funny, but I go, ha! And that and then surprise, surprise, nobody was. But I'm like, oh, shit, okay, now I'm the guy and the show just started. Shit. But yeah, I have a good time. Apparently a little faster than everybody else. In fact, I leave 10 minutes early. I'm like, I know how it ends. It's
good. It's good that you go to the second show.
Right. That's right. Oh, swells. The game show is coming up Monday, the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, Kenda.
I am so excited.
We got Christian Finnegan, Calvin Cato, JP McDade, Courtney McGinnis. And it's going to be live on the Keith and the Girl YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell, all that stuff. That's going to be on Monday.
I'm putting it together. And yesterday we recorded with Rod and Karen from The Black Guy Who Tips. They do our wrap-up show. You should be a VIP member so you can get it. KeithAndTheGirl.com/VIP. Anyway, we had Keith take off his headphones so he could no longer hear us and no longer be in the room. And I ran a couple of the song things because one of the games in the game show this Monday is what's the next 5 lyrics, the next 5 words of the song, right? So I gave them lyrics to a song and the contestants will have to come up with the next 5 lyrics, the next 5 words. And I think they got like half, but if you all listened to last week, let me know what you thought of where my picks are, because so
by the dawn's early light.
I really want to do it where the words are actually these 5 words. I swear to you.
Right. Yeah, he never. Bon Jovi wasn't a great. Wasn't good at math.
I kind of want to call that segment the Bon Jovi segment because there are two songs that he says these 5 words.
Easily.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to call it the
He
Bon
loves these
Jovi.
5 words. I swear to you. He loves All I Have Is My Guitar.
His steel horse.
Yeah, his steel horse. He keeps mentioning. Never saw this guy on a motorcycle once. Also, check out My Name is Keith, episodes 29 and 30, the great Josh Accardo. Here's the descriptions. Part 1. Comedian filmmaker Josh Accardo shares his shockingly interesting life on My Name is Keith. And we learn that his sex addiction is just the tip of the iceberg. By the way, not to compare it to Russell Brand. You don't got to rape people just because you love sex. Sex is pretty fucking good. You might love it. As he drinks his straight vodka thanks to Jay-Z, Josh shares his violent home life, the time he almost died, the times he made others almost die. Josh's mother takes his younger brother to see Michael Jackson so that Michael, quote, can save him even after the sexual allegations came out. Listen to that Italian accent heat up as he discusses divorced parents, his mom breaking bottles in bitches' hands, and bullies.
Holy shit.
That's part 1. Ready for part 2?
That was part 1. I thought you were describing the whole thing. Holy shit.
Bullies, violent parents, and life and death fights were just the beginning.
Oof.
In part 2, a slam-based Josh Accardo shares the time he dated the woman that would later call the police on him, explains the Italian-American thick Sopranos accent, and demonstrates his hype work with thrash metal band PC Death Squad.
Okay, you see how like it's getting drunker and drunker.
Yeah.
Let me explain life to you now.
Right. And you know that accent comes out.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I figured out the accent. Here's me, Josh Accardo.
He also explains the problem with women. Interesting. Cuckolding and the day he beat up his dad.
Okay. The sick shit is way at the end.
Yes. So keithandthegirl.com/VIP. If you're brand new to it, try it for free. Use code FREE, FREE, and get your Josh fix. And then write on the forums anything that hits you, and we'll bring it up when we talk to him again soon.
Yeah, because we're rescheduling him.
Yeah.
Refresh for us.
There you go.
Holy shit.
Everybody, thank you so much for your time. Let's go over what we talked about. Nick Chubb and the broken leg. You do or do not want to see these videos, Kenda? I'm not sure I follow.
Unsubscribe.
Should that be the poll? Do you like to see? Not you're wishing it in the universe, but it happened. Do you want to see it?
Yes, it should, because I don't, but I understand that I think I'm in the minority and I would actually really like to know.
Okay. We talked about the heavy petting.
Don't call it that. The honking. I can't.
The honking, the squeezing,
no one's even petting their pet like that. Like they're more respectful of their dog. Ugh.
Elon Musk getting with Lucy Pohl. We talked about that.
Oh my God. Eventually this is how it's going to end up on Wiki somehow. It's just, we're going to introduce her next time as like Elon's ex, Lucy Pohl.
Like, did Elon like put on the Overwatch game and like watch this character run around and talk a little bit, and I'll be in the bedroom. Meet you in 15.
No, he's like, do your research, report to work.
Russell Brand accused of at least 4 rapes. That they always get higher. They always get more. It's not gonna be less than 4.
These sound pretty violent too.
They do sound violent. Yeah. Let's see here. Drew Barrymore Drew Barrymore did give like she's still working, but she still has her show, but she tried to make people feel bad by showing crying eyes and giving like a little speech of why she thinks she should go back to work. But she's obviously reading and trying not to make it look like it is. Her eyes go on the bottom right, and you can see it moving like she's reading, but acts like she's not. The whole thing is weird and fake, and actors be acting.
Actors should be memorizing and then acting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because right now actors be reading. If actors want to be acting, they need to be memorizing. Just a little heads up. I'm not a director. I'm not really in the biz, but
I hope the person who wrote the script wasn't breaking the rules. A lot of people breaking rules. Right. All right. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. But don't forget, this Monday is the Game Show. Game Show. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit that bell, all that stuff. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Ryan V said, I'll be there for you.
These 5 words, I swear to you.
There you go. All right. We can go. Thank you all for clicking all the buttons in front of you and for being there. I really am looking forward to this Monday. I hope you all will be there. See you then.